Okay, so Ranger Academy issue 8 is out now. The end of the current story arc we're having right now in the comics, and it ends on a very interesting note, but not only that, it's definitely setting up the final arc that we'll be getting in August. So, Ranger Academy, like I say, each month we've had our rough spots, we've had our up and downs, but Ranger Academy, with the lore and the backstory we got with this month's issue, I am very invested to see what is going to happen next. So, this issue picks up where the last one left off, where Tula was going crazy, and suddenly Dark Specter appeared. But what we find out is that Dark Specter has hacked into the holo stream, the sort of holo deck that they use for training, the holo simulator, and things aren't looking good. You see Sage finally morphing, you see Tula morphing in this episode. We see Time Force Yellow show up in this issue, which is really interesting, as they find out that Dark Specter is here as well. But I want to talk about the Dark Specter lore, because the Dark Specter lore is something that is really, really interesting. So, we soon find out there was a bunch of Green Ranger cadets that went on a mission, and they were attacked by Dark Specter, and they were possessed by Dark Specter. And one of the things we find out in this episode is that when you're possessed by Dark Specter, there's no turning back, there's no getting restored, which is different right now with what's going on in the comics, where right now in the comics, there is a way to get restored from Dark Specter with the power of the white light. But I'm guessing because this was like many, many years ago, they couldn't find a cure for Dark Specter, so the only way to get free of Dark Specter's control is to get killed. So, a bunch of Green Rangers came back from a mission, they were infected by Dark Specter, and the Green Campus was infected, so that's why the Green Campus was sealed off the entire time. So that's what we find about that. So that's why there aren't any Green Rangers, and the whole mystery of the Green Ranger was teased at the start of Ranger Academy. So that's one thing we learn in this issue. But we find out that there was a Ranger that had to kill all those Green Rangers. It was a Red Ranger. And that Red Ranger was none other than Sage's father. So once again, we're learning more mystery about Sage's father and about their past, which is why Sage's father never wanted her to go to Ranger Academy. This is why Ryam, I believe their name was, didn't want Sage to go to Ranger Academy. So that is fascinating within itself. But hearing that we're getting more Dark Specter lore in this comic is really freaking great, because I was wondering how Dark Specter was going to tie into Ranger Academy. But it looks like it's not Darkest Hour lore, it's Dark Specter within its own lore within Ranger Academy, which is pretty cool within itself as well. So, this issue, you have Sage finally confessing to, I can't remember their name, but it was the girl with red hair. But she finds out about Sage's secret, and Sage apologizes. And at the end of the issue, you have Sage getting all these truth bombs that I went over earlier about Dark Specter and Rangers getting killed off. And it's why they sealed off the Ranger Academy. So that's why, not the Ranger Academy, the Green Academy, so that's why no one can access it. But one thing that's really interesting is that Tula has now been expelled from Ranger Academy, because they believe that because Tula came in contact with Dark Specter, they don't want to take any chances, so they have to isolate her and get her away from the Academy, because they don't want another incident where Rangers at the get killed off because of Dark Specter's influence. So the next story arc is going to be the Tula retrieval mission arc, so that's going to be the big final arc for Ranger Academy, which I'm really excited to see where it's going to go, because we're probably going to get more lore, we're probably going to get more things tied to it, and we're probably going to get wacky retrieval adventures to find out where Tula went. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But Ranger Academy, I feel like with these later issues, has definitely come into its light, the second story arc, as we've set up the characters, we've set up the lore, and now we're getting towards the end game of the series, which Ranger Academy was always meant to be a 12-story arc, or 12-issue arc, or 12-issue series from what the writer said, so it's got a beginning, a middle, and an end. and we're getting towards the end. But either way, Ranger Academy, I really enjoyed this issue. The artwork is really great. The artwork for Ranger Academy has always been really fun. It's been like this anime art style that I really do dig. So I really do dig the art style for Ranger Academy. But with Tula not being possessed by Dark Specter, allegedly, Dark Specter took over the holodeck. So Dark Specter is living inside there. That's where his remains are. Will Dark Specter take over Ranger Academy? And that will be the big final arc where the Rangers take back Ranger Academy. And I'm guessing Sage's father will show up and he'll have a big morphing moment probably. I don't know, but Ranger Academy, I feel like Ranger Academy is really fun to talk about again. Like, I've always enjoyed reading it. It's just, it felt like a slog to read month to month. But now, things are finally picking up. Things are really getting interesting. And I can't wait to see where it's going to go next. So, like, Ranger Academy, although my opinion has flipped on it, I never hated it. But now I've got eyes on it, because I can't wait to see where this final story arc is going to go. So, with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.